Begin. Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Okay, what's your name?
My name is Alan.
Alan. What is your name?
My name is Joseph.
Where do you live?
I live in South Korea in China.
Where do you live?
I live in Daegu, in South Korea.
All right. So, are you a student or you work?
I'm a student.
What do you study?
I study the subjects such as math, Korean history, Korean, PE. Yes, that's it.
Thank you. Do you work or you're a student?
I'm a student.
Okay. What do you study?
I study Korean history and English and Korean, just extra things.
All right. Thank you. So, Alan,
Yes.
which day of the week do you like the most?
My favorite day is Saturday because on Saturday I can play my soccer. I can play my soccer longer than the weekdays because on Friday we have lots of free times, and also on Saturday we eat noodles in lunch. So that's my favorite food. So I like the Saturday meals.
Okay. Joseph, what did you do yesterday evening?
Yesterday evening, I studied English and I practiced speaking.
All right. Okay, Alan, do you think that English will be useful for you in the future?
Um, I agree. I think that English is useful for me in the future because in the future as so in these days lots of people use English. So if I have to work abroad, then I should be able to speak in English. So I think English is useful for me in the future.
Thank you. Joseph,
Yes.
what kind of films do you like?
I love film like just acting and just drama. Because it's very fun. Just while they are talking each other, just it's right. Just they are interactive. It's so very make me funny and laugh. So I love just drama or acting.
All right. Alan, which do you prefer, the morning or afternoon?
Uh, Speaking frankly, I like the afternoon because in the morning I listen down service and have other classes, but the reason I choose afternoon is I should wake up early in the morning, but in the afternoon I can have a free time with my friends and classes having the classes with the subject, and there is always the subject which I like the most is called math. So I like the afternoon.
Okay. What about Joseph? Which do you prefer, the morning or the afternoon?
Mm, Let me think. I think I prefer in the morning because in the morning I can join just I can running around the playground so every morning. So it's good for my health. So I can grow my body. So I prefer in the morning.
All right, thank you. Now, I'd like each of you to talk on your own about something. So I'm going to give you each a photograph and I'd like you to talk about it. So first is Alan. Okay. Okay. It shows people having breakfast. So Joseph, you just
Yes.
listen. Okay. Alan, please tell us what you can see in the photograph.
In this picture, I can see children having lunch in the forest, and I think it's a beautiful sunny day. And on the table, I can see the food, something like rice and bean and kimchi. and each their children are gazing each them, and I think they are talking. I think they are talking with themselves, and I can see in at the left child is is mixing the rice, so I can guess that she is mixing the rice, so I think they are preparing for the food, mixing rice. And on the left, on the right, on the right chart is has a brown hair, and I think she's short and she's skinny. But how? But however, on the left chart is a it, she has a ponytail, and she's hair color is black, and I think she's she's fatter than the right chart, and they are they are laughing, so I think they are having a good time.
All right. Thank you. Okay, so for this time, I'll be showing you, Alan, the photograph. So it shows here the people on bicycles. Okay, so Alan, you just listen. Okay, Joseph, can you please tell us what you can see on the photograph?
In this picture, I can see two people are just cycling just on the road. So I can see there are cars, just little there are cars, and there are many houses. It's so very beautiful buildings, and I think they are cycling in the village. Maybe there are a village, and maybe there are uh, friend or just girlfriend or just boyfriend, and they look like just Europe. They are from just Europe and just France, and yes, I think. And maybe it's such a really beautiful day. It's really such a just sunny day, so it's really sunny, just shy. So they smart, and there are just trees behind the house, and there is a sign that is a stop or the triangle, and well, I cannot explain very well, but there are just many cars and just cars, yeah.
All right. Thank you. Can I have the booklet, please? All right. Okay. So now in this part of the test, you're going to talk about something together for 2 minutes. So I'm going to describe a situation to you. Okay. A young man enjoys reading books about people with interesting lives. He is looking for a new book to read. Here are some books he could read. Talk together about the different books he could read and say which would be most interesting. All right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Now talk together.
Should I start?
Yes.
I think the book which is based on the soccer player is that can be useful for him, because in these days there are lots of soccer player, and they have achieved lots of great things, so it can help him it can give him lots of knowledge, don't you think so?
Yes, I think so too, because soccer is really just very crowd just sport, and just they knew about just soccer. Soccer is very famous in the world. So there are FIFA, and just yes, last year there is Qatar World Cup, right? So it's very very fantastic and just very fun. or maybe he will love that book.
What about cooking book?
Cooking book. I love cooking too. Or maybe he will also love the cooking book because there are a lot of kinds of just cooker just in the world. Uh, if he uh, if he run it from the cooking book, he's good at he's he will be the world's best cooker. So I think the cooking book is good for him. So do you think so? Yeah.
I didn't think so like you because
Mm.
I think so like you because I don't know whether he likes cooking or not. But
Yes.
if I don't know also if he has a family or not. But if he has a family, if he learns cook and if he cooks for them,
Yes.
then they will love it. So they can have a so he and their family,
Yes.
his family can have a good time. So I think the cookbook can be also good. But other things like teaching book and airplane and rock book is also about learning things. So I think those books are not useful for him. How about you?
Uh, I think so too. Because okay, rock is very noisy music. But just if he if he just reads the book, just a book which is rock about rock, then maybe if he read and he will enjoy, maybe he will be the world's best doctor.
All right. Okay. Thank you. So, Alan,
Yes.
do you like reading books about people with interesting lives?
To tell the truth, I don't like those kind of depth books because
Why?
for these days I like the book something like guessing about, for example, like Sherlock Holmes and Arsène Lupin. So, but even though I don't like those books, uh, but because I don't like the books because that's very boring. Because just they tell about those story tell about like people achieve these things and they do these things and their habit and their plan like things I don't like. So I don't like the books. There is personal lives.
All right. Joseph, do you prefer reading on a screen or reading in printed books?
Actually, I prefer watching a screen because if I read the book, then it's not convenient for me to read the book. Uh, I'm not good at reading the book properly. Because actually, I don't understand if I read the book, but if I watch screen, then there is just video, so I can understand the picture so easily.
Do you agree, Alan?
Yes, I will with him.
All right. Alan, do you think people will still read printed books in the future?
How then?
Do you think people will still read on the printed books in the future? Okay. Do you think people will still read printed books
A printed book.
in the future?
I disagree with it because in the future there will be lots of new technologies and new skills and new images, and in the movie we can see those things like when we get home we can catch the information in the screen like this, not in the paper. So now we read the book in printed paper, but I think in the future we'll read the book in the screen and we just so I think we'll read the books like that.
All right. Okay, Joseph.
Yes.
When was the last time you went to a bookshop?
Can you repeat again?
When was the last time you went to a bookshop?
Uh, can you repeat again?
All right. Have you ever bought a book for someone as a present?
Ah. Um. When I was young, uh, I went. I book of someone. Someone is my best friend. So when I read just the book was so interesting and just very funny. So I book someone, and I just in his birthday, I book to him and book to him, and he was really like it so much that I gave him it.
All right. That's the end of the test.
Thank you.